This is Nancy with She's Got Yarn. This month, October, is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I made a funny hat. I made a Breast Cancer Awareness funny minion hat, and I made some little ribbons on the hats, and I collaborated a pink hat with Llama Mama Kayla. She made a pink hat, I made a pink hat, we talked about it, and so this is what I created, and I was just having so much fun last month. I wanted to continue the fun. This is a serious matter, breast cancer, but you know, make the best of it, and let's just make awareness and let the people out there that have breast cancer or have had breast cancer and have survived it know that we care about them and that we support them, and we have you in our hearts and our minds. Anyways, mine. But anyways, to support cancer awareness, I wanted to make this hat, and I'm sorry I'm getting all mushy. I worked with cancer patients for many years. I've seen it all. So it's a very, very ugly disease, and we can head it off with early detection in most cases. And it's very important that you take care of the girls and get your annual mammogram. So I'm going to do my best to make this tutorial understandable, and I'm sure some of the stuff I'm doing, people are going to go, that's not how you do it. But it's going to be Nancy's way, because I'm not a veteran crocheter. I'm an amateur. I'm a rookie. That's what I mean. So let's get started. The yarn that I'm using is Ice Yarn Saver. I'm going to use a 6.5. You can use a 6. A J hook is what the yarn actually, I believe, calls for. This is Draylon acrylic. It's nice acrylic. But the first thing we're going to start out doing is I'm going to make a magic loop. If I can find the end. I've already done this a couple times. So the yarn is pulled out and my nose is running. Oh. I'm going to turn you off. Goodness gracious. I didn't think I was ever going to find the end. So, you know what I forgot to bring over here? Scissors. Hold on. Oh. All right. What you're going to need is your hooks, whatever size you want, scissors, stitch markers, of course, and a darning needle. So, let's get started. Oops, I dropped. It's already started out to a great start. I got a knot in my yarn. I'm going to cut that off. All right. So, magic loop. You hold your thumb and your ring finger, your yarn in there. Wrap it around your index and middle finger. Go around the second time, bring it around. Grab it with your thumb. Turn it around. This is how I do it. I bring my hook in. Oh, it's caught on my ring. Okay. You're going to grab the yarn, pull that through, twist. Don't twist too tight. You're going to go and grab that yarn there and pull through. And there, you have your magic loop. I always pull this out, bring my working yarn around. So I've got everything held together, and I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do 9 double crochets in here. Totaling, you'll have 10. So, okay, and I apologize, I don't have pretty nails. I haven't had my nails done in quite a while. Just been lazy. Need to have my hair done and my nails. My hair's getting too long. So, I'll meet you back when we get 10 double crochets. I'm back. Okay, we got 10 stitches. Double check. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I'm counting that chain 2. Okay, and then pull your end, tuck it down, and we're going to slip stitch in the top of that chain. All right, and then we're going to chain 2 again. 1, 2, double crochet in the top of that, in that same chain. All right, and we're going to do increases in every stitch around. So that should leave you with 20 double crochets. So we're going to do increases in every stitch, and that's 2 double crochets in each stitch. And I will meet you back just before the end. So let's see, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 18, and then 20. Yeah, so now we have 20. And we're going to slip stitch again on the top of that, on top of that chain. Sorry guys. All right. So chain 2. So we slip stitched in the top of the chain 2. You can do chain 3. I'm just doing chain 2. So 1, 2, and then double crochet in the same spot. Whoops. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an increase and then 1 double crochet, an increase and then 1 double crochet. So you have your increase in the next stitch, 1 double crochet. Why am I not catching the yarn? And 1 double crochet, and then another increase. Y'all, I'm struggling. Increase, double, and then increase. And I will meet you just before the end. So let's see, our next one is 26 and 20, 27, 28. All right, so we want to slip stitch in the top of that chain. Make sure it's the top of that chain, because if you go in the next stitch, you'll come up short. So, all right, so we're going to continue this around. We're going to chain 2, double crochet. We're going to do an increase. The first stitch is always an increase there in the top. 2 double crochet, and then we're going to do, let's see, 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches for an increase, and then an increase here, and then 2, and then 1 double crochet in the next 2 stitches, and we'll continue this all the way around. Y'all yell at me if I'm out of frame. That is my biggest battle, is staying in frame. It's terrible. All right. I'll meet you around at the end, okay? Okay. So right now we have 34, so 35, 36, and then 37, and 38, and then we're going to attach in that chain again, on top of that chain, and we're going to do another row of increases. So chain 2, double crochet in that same space, so there's 2, and then we're going to do, so we're going to do increase, and then we're going to do oops, we're going to do 3. We're going to do single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Again, increase, and then double crochet in the next 3 stitches. And I will meet you just before the end of this round. And this round is, sorry, not telling you the rounds. Round 1, round 2, round 3, round 4, round 5. So round 5 will have an increase and then 3, then 1 double crochet in the next stitch, 3 stitches. Increase, double crochet in the next 1, 2, 3 stitches. All the way around. I'll meet you just before the end. So again, this is round 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Round 5. Sorry, guys. We're winging it here. All right. I am taking notes. Oh. And actually putting them to use, right? So, okay, we're at 40. So we're going to do an increase. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, and then 46 and 47 is your last stitch. And you should be right above the last increase. If you're not at an increase, your numbers are off. All right. So that's right. What was it? 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So we got 45 stitches in round 5. So round 1 is 10 double crochets. Round 2 is 20 stitches. Round 3 is 29. Round 4 is 38. And round 5 is 45. I hope those numbers are right. So I think we just have one more round of increases. I got to look at my hat. Hang on. We don't have any more increases for my head. In my head, I brought my tape measure because I wanted to measure my head. Let's see. My head around is right at, let's see. It's right at 22. All right at 22. So I guess if your head's bigger than 22, you may want to, like maybe if you got a 24-inch head, you might want to do another round of increases. I would do increase and then a double crochet in the next 4 stitches. So, but this hat, I mean, oh, I lost my tape measure. I hope I don't need it. It fell behind the couch. All right, so we're going to wait, I'm connecting. I want to connect in that chain 2. Okay, and then double crochet, and then we're going to round 6, we're going to double crochet in every stitch all the way around, and I will meet you back at the end. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to count on my hat how many rounds I did before I got to the ear flaps, okay? So, or actually before I change colors. What am I thinking? That's right, we got to change colors. We got to do, if you're going to do the minion look, you can use a black sparkle yarn. This hat, I did a black sparkle, a black strap, but I am going to do, I think, a white strap this time, or maybe a light gray. I don't know. Might change it up a little bit. Just the color. You could do any colors you guys want, but you want to make it a breast cancer hat and keep the main color pink, right? So, all right, I'll be back. Okay. Let me turn the lamp on. That might be better. All right. We're going double crochet in the last stitch. This is row 11. Oh my goodness. Row 11. I moved everything, so now it's messing me up. Okay, we're gonna slip stitch. We're gonna change colors. So we're just gonna pull up a loop. I have Red Heart white sparkle yarn. I'm gonna use as my hat band, pretend hat band. I'm gonna chain 2. And I'm going to cut this pink. And we're going to do double crochet in that right there, right above that stitch there. So you got, and now we're going to do double crochet in every stitch all the way around. Okay, for the next, I don't know why, but I got a cramp in my back. We're going to go all the way around for the next 3 rows. So this is row 12. We're going to do the same thing in row 13 and row 14. And I'll meet you back just before I finish up row 14 with this pretty sparkly white color. All right, this is the last row. So we got 12, 13, row 14. I'm finishing up. And we're going to go back to the color pink. So pull up a loop. And here's my pink yarn. So most of you hopefully know how to change colors. You just pull it through, chain 2, and then in that stitch right there, you're going to do a double crochet. Okay, and you're going to do a double crochet all the way around, and your stitch count should still be the same. I believe it was 48. Hang on one second. I want to count how many rows we need to do in pink. All right, we got 3 more rows of double crochet, so that'll be row 15, 16, and 17 in pink. So 15 through 17 in pink, and then round 18, we're going to start the ear flaps, and I'll show you how I figured out where to start them. Okay, so you're going to need to get your stitch markers out, but for now I'll meet you back after I do 3 rows in pink. Okay, so I finished my 3 rows, and there should be 48 stitches, so 24 on each side. So I counted 7 stitches from the corner to going inwards. And on the 7th marker, I put a stitch marker, and I did it on the other side. Okay, and this part will be your ear flap. And we're going to do single crochet, and then when we turn, we're going to do a decrease, and then single crochet, turn, decrease, and we're going to go back and forth till you can't anymore. So let me get started. Let me grab the end of my yarn. Okay, it's my hook. Normally I would remove these stitch markers, but I'm going to keep them in until I get at least 2 rows in. 1, 2. Whoop. In the way. So I'm going to try to work in my ends. Work it into that double crochet. Let me try this again. This is not something everybody does. All right. Got rid of that end. We'll see. If it looks ugly, I'll pull it out. But I think it's going to be okay. This is the first time I've pulled out these blocking pads. I wanted to be cool like everybody else. And I've already stained them with ink and coffee from this morning. I didn't even realize that I got coffee on them. Could be dog drool, huh? All right, so we did a double crochet in each stitch marker, okay? So I'm going to turn my work and I'm going to do a decrease. So chain 2, yarn over, and I'm going to go into the second stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, go into the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2. You have 3 on your hook, pull through all 3, and that is your first decrease. And then you're going to double crochet all the way to the end where your stitch marker is. Sorry, guys. I hope I wasn't out of frame the whole time. I just realized I was out of frame. I'm going to do something there. Well, I must have crocheted a little tight there. This is the last one, so we're going to chain 2, turn your work, double crochet in the second stitch. We're actually going to do a decrease, so yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, go in the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2. You should have 3 on your hook, and that is a decrease. And then double crochet across. Oh, my back is starting to hurt again. I think it's the way I'm positioning myself doing this tutorial. Sorry, it's not that bad. Just uncomfortable. All right, chain 2, turn your work. You can remove your stitch marker, yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2. You got to do every corner. You're going to do a decrease. Go in the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 3, and put your stitch marker. The proper way is put your stitch marker there so you have that marked for your next round, especially for if you're a beginner. And sometimes I'm reminded I'm somewhat can be a beginner. Wait a minute. All right, this is the last stitch here. Turn your work, well, chain 2, turn your work, yarn over, go in that second stitch. Marley's out the door, pull through 2, yarn over, go through that next stitch, pull through 2, you got 3 on your hook, and then should have done this a long time ago. Mark your stitch, or yeah, mark your end of your row. I'll be right back, Marley. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's 6. Chain 2. I'm gonna go a double crochet. We're gonna do a decrease. Go in the second stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, yarn over, go in the next stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 3. That's a decrease. You're gonna do a double crochet, a double crochet, and another double crochet. Turn your work, well, chain 2, turn your work, go in that second and do a decrease. You guys should have your decreases down by now. Pull through 3, double crochet, whoops, double crochet in the next stitch, and then double crochet, chain 2, turn your work. You're going to do a decrease in that second stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, go in the next stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through all stitches. You're going to want to do a double crochet in that last stitch, chain 2, turn your work. You're going to do a decrease in that second stitch, pull up a loop, pull through 2, go on that next one, pull up a loop, pull through 2, pull through 3, and that is your last stitch. And you're going to want to repeat that on the other side here. So just reference back. Okay? And when I get this other one done, I'll be back and we're going to trim this out. Okay, I got my white yarn and I'm going to trim out. I'm going to do like 2 rows or 3 rows of double crochet. It all depends on how it looks. So I'm going to take my stitch markers out. I no longer need those. I had 4. Here's 4. Good. I'm glad I've got the 4. I hate it when I lose these because I really like those stitch markers. All right. Bear with me here. Gotta turn on my light. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, so now let me start over because I made a boo-boo. All right, we're going to trim. I'm going to trim all of this, the ear flaps. I'm going to come back around the back. We're going to do double crochet. I did 3 on the other hat, but I'm going to try to see if I can get away with only doing 2. So I'm going to try doing just 2. So I'll show you how I get started here. I try to single crochet my ends in. That way I don't have to weave them in. All right, here we go. All right, so I'm using the sparkle white yarn, number 4. But anyways, I'm gonna trim this to go around 2 times, and I will meet you back at the end of round 2 and see how it looks to determine whether or not I want to do 3. Okay, so next we're gonna make the braids, tassels, for the hat. So it's pretty simple. We're just going to gather yarn and we're going to weave it in these 2 holes, and I'll show you how I came up with the length. Hold on. Okay, what I did was I got my bling yarn and my pink yarn, and I've been working off of 2 skeins because I lose everything. So what I did was I held the yarn and I went around 1. Everybody's arm's different, so 2, 3, 4, 5, and I've got both skeins. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, let's say 20 times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut all of it, and I'm going to cut. Can you see what I'm doing here? I'm sorry. See where my working yarn is? Make sure you get that in the scissors so you cut them all together. All right. Woo. All right. All right. I want to be able to grip it, so you got it up. It didn't let go of these 2, so there. Doesn't have to be perfect. All right, and I have got a clover 12. I wonder where my 15, I have a bigger one. I wonder where it went. Okay, so you want to make sure that you pull your yarn through the same side on each one so it looks the same. Okay, so I'm going to go in probably the top, and I'm going to put my yarn and I'm going to pull it through. All right, and you want to make sure you have, every now and then you get a couple that slip off, but okay, and I'm just going to pull one side through. Okay, I kind of almost forgot how to do this, so I'm going to pull it in through the top. Yeah, I believe it's the top, the outside. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it around this hook real tight. This isn't real easy, but it's not that complicated either. So you're gonna, okay, keep that hook in there so until you get your finger in there. All right, keep your finger in there. All right, so you're gonna wanna pinch your fingers, okay? Pinch your fingers, you're gonna grab the yarn and you're gonna pull it through. Okay, keep pinching, keep a good tension. There. So I got one side done. All right, so now I'm going to repeat the same thing for this side and I'll be back. Okay, what we're gonna do is, I'm using this number 2 yarn. You can use any size yarn you want. I'm gonna make the, on the Minions, it's the eye goggles and the eye. I'm gonna make 2 for this hat that I did in the tutorial. The first one that I made, I only made 1 and I called it the fried egg. So I don't want to get demonetized, so I made a funny out of it. But we're going to do a magic loop, and I'm not used to working with this yarn. I'm working with a number 5 clover hook, number 2. This is pretty thin yarn, but it's pretty yarn. So I'm going to do 10 single crochets, and I will meet you back at the end. Okay, we're at the end, so we should have 20. So okay, we got 20. My battery died on my camera, sorry about that, but we've got 20 stitches. So, and I fastened off or set that, well, not set it to the side. I've got white. I want to add white. To this. I should have just changed the colors. I'm sorry, I got interrupted. But you could do it either way. I can actually undo this, maybe, and show you how. Well, you guys should know how to change colors. I've changed colors throughout the whole video. So, but yeah, so. Going to use my yarn, and I'm going to do single crochet. No, actually I'm going to chain 2 total, so that's 1, 2, and then I'm going to do a single crochet in that same stitch, and that should get rid of my loose ends, and I can just clip it. And it actually turns out good with everything. So we're going to do increases all the way around, 2 single crochets in each stitch, and there is a total of 20 stitches. So if we increase, it should be 40 stitches. And this yarn that I'm using here is the white sparkle yarn that I used in the hat. It's a number 4 red heart. I purchased at Wally World, and I'm forgetting to put 2 in a stitch because I'm talking. Anyways, I'll meet you back around the corner, back around the other end. The end. We're coming up to the last stitch, and it should be an increase. And then we're going to slip stitch, chain 1 and then a single crochet in here. And your next round you're going to do okay, you got 2 increases, so you're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 2, and then that's 2, and then an increase, that's 2 single crochets, and then 2 single crochets, well, 1 single crochet in the next 2, and you're going to do that all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end. All right, we're coming up to, this is three rows of white, and there's the last increase right there. That's what tells me it's the last one. So we got 1, 2, and I'm going to fasten off. Well, I'm not going to fasten off. I'm going to change my colors. I am going to, let me go find the silver for the goggles. I'm back. This is what I'm going to use this time, number 4. The yarn that I used on the first 2 projects was like a number, it was like a chain, really thin yarn, and I bought it from Ice Yarns. I bought it in black and silver, and it was okay to work with, nothing soft about it. So I got some softer yarn out. I got some Love Metallic and recommended hook 5mm, and that's what I'm going to use. And it is, what is it made of? It's a premium acrylic fiber. So, and it's got some metallic in it. All right, let's get started. Down the end. Yay! All right, got my project ready. We're going to change colors. We're going to just slide it through there, do 1 chain, because we're only going to do single crochets, and we're going to do a single crochet right there. So counting the chain in that's considered 2 stitches, and then we're going to do 1 single crochet in the next 3 stitches. Okay, I'm going to pull this out. This is starting to get flippy floppy because this yarn is significantly bigger than the white. So I am just going to do I'm going to do 1 crochet, 1 single crochet in every stitch around, and hopefully it will flatten out. But typically, if I had used the same size yarn, I probably would do another increase. But this is getting too many increases, so I need to flatten this fried egg out. So, but hopefully you guys get the concept of what I'm doing here. I'm just going to make 2 of these, and I'm going to sew them on the band of the hat, which was a black band on the original hat, and I made a white band for the tutorial hat. So I hope you guys like this tutorial. I gave it my best. I know there's a lot of improvements that is very much needed, but maybe that will come over time. I attempted a tutorial twice, and I failed at both of them. One of them, I did part 1, I never finished part 2. It was so stressful, you guys. I got the video done, and it just wouldn't download. It was awful, and I didn't take part 1 down yet because it's almost done. It's like, I don't know. One day maybe I'll complete it. But yeah, I was an epic fail. All right, so, and you're gonna go around. I would say probably, well, let's see. Let's do another round. And so that's one increase. And then let's do one more round of single crochets all the way around. And let's see if it starts to curl or misbehave, because what I want to do after this row, I want, whoops, I'm out of, sorry, doing single crochets all the way around. Let me check that. Okay, I'm doing okay. All right, I've done another row of single crochets, so that is 2 rows, and I didn't do any creases except the 2 at the first. Uh-oh, here comes the dogs and they're eating. If they bark, I have to shut you off. So now what I'm going to do is...
No.
Let's see. One more. And I'm going to slip stitch.
No.
Chain 1. I'll do a single crochet in that first stitch there, and then I'm going to go on, wait, is it the outside? No, it's the inside. I'm going to go on the inside here to kind of give it it'll turn in a goggle lens look. So I'm going to go inside the inside. Can you see which stitch? There's 2 legs here. One there, one there. We're going to just go in the inside one. And pull up a loop, pull it through. And we're going to do that all the way around. Don't know why I want to slide over to the left. I've done pretty good up until today. It's like I'm over this. Oh, it's not the tutorial, it's the editing. The camera's misbehaving, telling me, you can't do that. Retry. So, but see how it's starting to curl in? And you can make that as high as you want. I'll probably do one more round, and then I'll start on the other eye, and then we will be done. But, oh. And then I'll show you how, I'll come back and show you the finished results. I'm so excited. Y'all pray. I'm praying this will get, I'll be able to finish it successfully. So let me get off of here and meet you around. I'm going to do one more round, and I think the last round I'm going to go through both loops, both legs of the single crochet. So, all right, I'll be back. Oopsie. Anyways, I kind of like this look. It's not quite as big, quite as bulky, and I'm going to do another one, but I'm going to show y'all how I sew this to the hat, and then I'll be done. And I'm going to go ahead and you just make 1 or 2, whatever you want to do. So I'll be right back. Okay, this is the front of the hat, and here's the eye. Okay, and I haven't sewn in my ends, and I will, but I just wanted you guys to see how I'll attach this. I usually just use a pin, stitch marker, not a pin. Okay, you guys can tell I'm tired. So I've got one there, and I'm gonna put another one here. That way they're where you want them when you, well, look, my hat, see, that's too far over. So you want to pin them on before you sew them. Don't wing it, and don't eyeball it, because I did that with the first one. Yeah, and I had to frog it, but yeah. So We got a little fried egg there. Yay, I'm almost there. Okay, so I attached the eye with a stitch marker. So now I'm gonna hold this with my thumb, and I'm just gonna sew in the gray. I'm gonna sew this to the hat all the way around. No fancy stitches. They're Nancy stitches. Uh-oh, there we go. And it's hung around my stitch marker. What? No. Okay. All right, let's see what's going on in here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna tie this. I mean, this is a hat that I'm not gonna wear every day. I'm just but definitely gonna enjoy. So I'm cutting corners, y'all. Yes, I am. So I want to get this tutorial done. So there you go. There's the one-eyed Susan there. No offense to any other Susans, but then I'm going to put another eye. I probably should have moved this in a little bit, but I'm going to make another eye, and yes, and we'll get this tutorial done. I want to thank everybody who watched this video and has taken part in this breast cancer awareness. All right, guys. Wow, y'all, I did it. I